bit. So glad that it got Fred and Jerry and Ron and just everybody that got to be out. And I thought maybe I was going to get a request, but I talked to Carolyn called, said to pray for her and Julie. And then, remember me, and we got a lot to pray about. I thought maybe, church last week, I guess run over the weekend, however it was, I was kind of thinking about maybe what to bring here, maybe another place. And, I thought maybe, if I remember right, what kind of got on my mind, maybe it was that it would be worth it. That this thing would be worth it. At the end, I thought, I know we got a battle sometimes, and it's hard to push ourselves, make our way out. I was talking to, like I said, talking to Gary on the way here. And he's asking me, are they all coming to go to church with you? And I said, well, it's just me and Madeline tonight, And he said, I know sometimes a lot gets tired. And he said the kids at school and all that, it kind of comes with going. And he said, but really there's no excuse, And that's coming from a man that he's had crumbs a long time. I thought he'd go, he tells it, he's probably maybe so here he's going to preach and he'd have to sit down because that crumbs was doing him so bad. And I thought, man, I'm behind, I'm behind. But I thought, it'll be worth it. Every time that we press our way. Every time I thought, man, I'll just be honest. Let me just tell you where it goes at. When he told me that about his little church up on Kaywood Hill, it broke my heart. I told Steph, I called her and was telling her, and I said, man, I need to call some of the brothers and say, we need to do something, get a rotation going or something, and try to go and start helping. I said, I can't do it all on this one person. And I can't go, but we do got some, they try to go. I thought Steve and Carter and them, they make a point. They go out and they visit and they try to help churches and they go places that people, they say don't go, but they go and try to do what God wants to be done. I thought, but that'd be stored up for them. It'd be stored up for me. I thought it'd be worth it. I thought I was reading, thinking, Lord, what would you have? He kind of put that on my mind, and I come across this. I know I've read it here before, but I got maybe one place to read in Romans, and then we're going to Psalms. But maybe the 8th chapter of Romans, just one verse, 18th verse says, for I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us. I thought this life, I know there's suffering in this life. I know there's heartache. I thought I testified it. Maybe at watch meeting the other night, I kind of been a little hesitant about it. But I testified and I said this was the best Christmas that I've had in a long time. Not about the gifts and things like that, Cindy. I thought we had way more than we should have had. I thought we just told the kids don't expect this all the time. We've made it just a commercialized thing. It's just too much. But I thought I was able to come out and go to church this time of year. Usually my nerves get tore up. And last year my heart I felt like was acting up and things and just different things. And I said this was the best Christmas that I'd had in a long time. Yeah. And I was afraid to say it out loud because I didn't want the devil to come and try to mess it up. Yeah. And he comes and fights us. He fights us. He's fought me today. He probably fought you today, but I got to thinking it worked. Lord, what would you want tonight? And I felt like I was going to be reading Psalms. And when I got to looking and things, and during my downtime, I thought, this psalm, I don't know if I've preached this before, I may have, but the 37th Psalm And it's a long one, and I'm going to read it. I thought if I don't do nothing but read this psalm, I thought I want to do what God wants.
Yeah.
But the Bible says, fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass, and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. Delight thyself also in the Lord, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy way unto the Lord, and trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. I thought maybe I was talking to, I'll just say, a sister. I thought the other night, I thought we were pretty close to her, and I thought I was talking to her after church, and she's going through a real bad situation. And I thought I told her, I said, I know that you get discouraged. I said, I know you do. You get discouraged. I thought prophecy is a wonderful thing. When God sends prophecy, saying it is a wonderful thing, it's helped me many times to go down the road and to live for Him. I thought, but sometimes we get prophecy and it's still, we don't see it come to pass.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, we need to pray like this. I said, I'm not one for giving the Lord an ultimatum. I thought, but we need to pray like this and say, Lord, you have made promises. And if that was you, these things will have to come to pass.
Right.
If that was you, I thought, not saying anything against the prophets. I was thinking on the way here, it's like, Lord, I'd love to hear from you tonight. I thought it's wonderful. I thought, but we need to get to a place, Ronnie, that we don't have to, if we don't get it. I thought maybe as a young Christian, man, that's what I really wanted. I thought, man, I need you to come talk to me tonight, Lord.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you the times up at the old Kaywood Church. I said, Lord, please come and speak to me tonight. You know what happened? He didn't come. But you know what? Don't mean he didn't move on somebody to come. He might have been moving on, and they might have been having a battle just like me and you have. Might have been hard for them to get with them.
Yeah.
Might have been hard for them to get with them. But I thought them times taught me that even when I thought, Lord, I'm not going to make it unless you come. He showed me that I can make it.
Yes.
I can trust in Him. I can depend on Him. I can lean on Him. And He'll be by to help me. He'll be by to help me. But I thought of it. Maybe Mom, she'd talk about it a lot. And she had her fair share of trouble while she's in this life. She would say, she couldn't help it. And you think, we're just human now. You look around and say, look at this and that one. And we got some family. And one of them, they're just really rich, running. And they just live like the devil, as they say, you know. Think, well, how in the world is that? Them things is just for a season.
Yes.
They're just for a season. Even if it lasts her the whole time she's on this earth, it's just for a season. Our life is but a vapor, just a moment. I thought, but this present trouble, it don't compare to what's waiting on us.
No.
It don't compare. And He shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for Him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger and forsake wrath, and fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. I thought sometimes that's what the devil say. Well, look at them. They do this and that, and they're just prospering. Just go ahead and do it. I thought, well, we can't do that.
Yeah.
We can't do that. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be. Yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gainsayeth upon him with his teeth, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. I thought I'd rather have all my trouble on this side of Jordan. I'd rather have all my trouble on this side and not on that. I'd rather have it all now. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. And they shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. I thought there's coming a time, and it's probably not going to be very long. I thought that we really will be going through something. I thought we'd really be going through something. I thought maybe I was reading about Jesus, and I'll talk a little bit more about it then, but about him carrying his cross. And I thought maybe he turned and looked at him and told him maybe not to weep, maybe more or less for him. But I thought maybe that said there was a time coming that they'll be saying blessed are those that's barren, and they can't give suck. What does that mean? Blessed is the ones that didn't have a child. And I'm not saying don't have children, have children. I thought that there's coming a time, Mandy, that down the road that there'll be, my kids, I'm afraid, will be saying, Daddy, I'm hungry. Would you feed me? You know, things like that. And they talk about a time, and you talk about it more. And I'm not trying to get you tore up tonight, but I thought there's going to be a time that we might not be able to buy or sell unless we have the mark. Right. But if you're his child, he will take care of you. Yeah. He will take care of you. I thought I used to hear him, and I thought maybe it's probably over in Romans, if I'm not mistaken. I thought talks about the time of the Gentiles being fulfilled. And I thought I'd hear that preached and probably talked about it some myself. And it talks about that time that his spirit would go back to his people. And I'd read that and I think, and probably heard the preacher say, well, Lord, your spirit will lead us. No, because you are his people now. You are his people. You've been adopted into this thing. He will not leave us. He'll go with us all the way, even till the end. He will go with us all the way, even to the end.
Bless the Lord. Yeah.
I thought, but all them ones, seems like they're just doing so good. When that time comes, what will they have, Ronnie? What will they have? For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Lord upholdeth the righteous. The Lord knoweth the days of the upright, and the inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Lord shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume in the smoke, they shall consume away. The wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that be cursed of him shall be cut off. I thought this stuck out to me, these next two verses here. It says, the steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord, and he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down. For the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. I thought, I don't know, can't remember now how many of us might have been there to hear Brother Danny the other night, Danny Riffle come and preach watch meeting to us. I thought he come and he did so good. I thought he looked so frail like. I thought, but he got up and he preached so good. I thought how that he's got this little thing on his wrist now, Ronnie, it says fall risk. I thought he said they seen him kind of stumbling around and they put that on him and said that he's a fall risk. And I thought he said he really got to thinking about that. And he said that he is a fall risk. And I'm telling you, this man's been in it a long time. I thought, probably Ronnie, you've been in it as long as you, and I thought probably been preaching and been in it like some of you here tonight, but I thought in our minds we think, Lord, there's no way Brother Denny Renfro will fall. Now he will fall, but there's Denny Renfro preaching, he is at a fall risk. But while he was preaching is you don't have to fall. You don't have to fall. And that is true. I thought when he got done, Brother Tim Charles got up. And the Lord moved on him. I can't remember exactly where he read from, but he was reading more along the lines that if you do fall, to get back up. That's what the Lord had moved on him with. If we do fall down. Today at work, I thought, Lord, that's just sticking with me about that. And I said, I'm not going to go and read what Tim read. I couldn't remember. I had to find it. Yeah. But as I began to look, what do you want me to read? And he kind of was dealing with me about this psalm. And then as I began to read it, that's what it said. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down. For the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. And I thought of the other night when we went to Crockett and Brother Ken preached so good. I thought he was preaching about that man that fell among thieves. I thought, and Ken brought that out so good that how in his Christian walk that he's fell among thieves. Sometimes man made mistakes and he's failed the Lord in his Christian walk. And I thought sometimes, and it's just how it is, we'll see like a priest will come or a Levite will come and seem like they'll just walk out on the other side. I couldn't tell you that the times that I've heard it in church, we've had people that they've quit, they backslid on the Lord, and they say they see one of us out in public and we don't talk to them, we don't even speak to them. You know what that is? And I've been guilty. But sometimes what it is I thought, well, they don't want to talk to me no way. They quit, you know why would. But that's the devil. That should be, man, I really miss you. It ought to be going up, you need to try. You need to keep trying. I miss you so much. That's what we need to do. We need to go up to them. Try to encourage them. You can make it. Get back up. I thought when we don't, we're just walking around on the other side. We're bypassing them up. I thought there's been times in my life I began to think about it. I thought, Lord, there's times that I've failed. I've failed you. I've made mistakes. I've made shipwreck as a young man. I've messed up. And he's come by and he's lifted me up. There's been times I've failed as an older man. I've failed. I've made mistakes. I thought that I began to think about the Lord and him carrying his cross. And I thought, I've read it. And probably no doubt heard it preached. But I began to think, we had a little play over at K-Woods the other day. We had Jesus coming up carrying his cross. And he began to fall. You know, he fell. They had him fall down 2 or 3 times. And I thought, even the Lord fell carrying away his cross. And I began to look. I wanted to read it, you know. And as I began to look, it don't say that. It don't say he fell. What it does say is they had to get somebody to help him. It don't say why. But I read it, as I began to read it, said we kind of put that in there that he failed. Some church believes he fell 3 times, another one says 7, you know, but no doubt he struggled with that cross. No doubt he did. He'd been beaten half to death. If he'd been a normal person, they'd probably died. He'd been beaten, no doubt, under the weight of that cross. No doubt he probably did. It don't say, but he probably did. struggled, followed that cross, and had to have help for some reason. But I thought, Lord, in this life, if Jesus had to have help carrying his cross, I sure will have to have help carrying that. And I will, I'm kind of the weight of it. And it gets heavy sometimes, don't it? I thought Fred and Jerry has been going through it. I keep telling myself, I need to call him. And I thought, I finally called him, but I don't know if he'd be here tonight or not. I called him. And I thought, I need to call Gary Grubbs. And that's one thing I like in, checking on people. I need to do better. And I thought, I've been missing Ronnie, and I'm glad he's here. I hope he says something to us in a little bit. I thought, life gets heavy. It gets hard. It gets hard, don't it? So maybe I was in the little kitchen today, and I've been eating breakfast, and I began to think about Mom, and I said, Lord, I'm just having a pity party. See, I was thinking it just sank fire that I lost my mommy. I thought I should have my mommy. And don't get me wrong, I'm glad that people's mommies are still alive. You know, I'm thankful for that. And I'm telling you tonight, if you still got your mommy, you better hug her. You better hug her out and love her tonight if you still got your mommy. I thought, because man, these days, I wish I could call mine. I wish I could call her and talk to her, especially in hard days. Like you was talking about, man, your testimony helped me. It helped me, and I thought, I know it's hard to testify sometimes, but it's important. I needed it tonight. Woo! I needed it tonight. I thought we need that from each other. I need to know that you've had a hard time. I hate you going through it, but I need to know that I'm not the only one. And I need to know that I'm not the only one standing going through it. And I feel like sometimes, especially our preachers, they kind of get puffed up a little bit. I say it, Ronnie, because when you preach, some of our preachers seem like they get puffed up a little bit. Act like they don't go through nothing. They don't have no trouble. They don't have no problem. And as a little young Christian, I think, man, I thought they're living so perfect and I can barely make it. I must be doing something wrong. But I tell you tonight that all of us, the only reason we're here is because of that man. That's the only reason me and you are here tonight. It's because even though we fall, and he upholds us, and he lifts us up with his strong hand. Woo! I thought as I was reading, I thought, Lord, it ain't always talking about you went out and you messed up, you've sinned. Sometimes life gets hard, and you fall down, which I have. Sometimes life gets hard, and it's hard to even go out, press your way. It's hard to even press your way sometimes. I thought sometimes it's hard to even do something sometimes. I've been there recently. I was telling me, I'll just say this way, I was at a place the other night, felt like testifying, and I started testifying, and I seen them just, when the devil points it out to you, and you just notice that they're just doing this, and it got to where the kids were slapping, they couldn't hear me saying nothing. I said, I just stopped. They probably didn't even notice I was done or hadn't finished, and I just quit. I shouldn't have done it. I should have tried anyway. Somebody might have been listening, no doubt there probably was. But even though we fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholdeth him with his hand. Listen right here. I have been young, and now I'm old. Yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. He is ever merciful and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. I thought we've heard that many times, especially when me and Steph first got married. Man, we struggled. We struggled and just barely seemed like scrape by sometimes. And I'd hear that preached, and I thought, man, Lord, I'm waiting on you to come by and move. He would, he'd come by and help us. Mark, I thought, but that ain't only talking about money. That's talking about spiritual food. The spiritual side of this thing. That when we say, Lord, I'm barely going tonight, I'm barely making it. He said, I've never seen the righteous forsaken, or his seed begging bread. I thought sometimes it feels that way. Sometimes we feel like, Lord, where are you at? But if we could just get spiritual, we could just get spiritual reach out. I thought I've told you many times, that, Lord will, and I'll tell you many times more. But I thought that time I was headed down to Kaywood Hill, and Sister Betty Logan come by, and I thought she was really going to prophesy to me. And she said, the Lord really wants to help you. She said, peace close by. And at that time, I thought, man, I'm doing good. I thought, that's good. You know, he's close by. And I thought I was just doing good. And you, when you're young, you know it all. And all that. And wouldn't long, I was down on my back. Not physically, but spiritually, I was down. But as low as you could get. I thought, Lord, where are you at? But it done told me he was close by. He was right there. He was close by. He was wanting to help me. I thought he's wanting to help us. Depart from evil and do good and dwell forevermore. Let me just finish this up and I'll be done. For the Lord loves judgment, forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. In the mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. The law of his God is in his heart, none of his steps shall slide. The wicked watches the righteous, and seeketh the slave. The Lord will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. Wait on the Lord, and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land when the wicked are cut off. Thou shalt see it. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spread himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I saw him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. But the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off. But the salvation of the righteous is of the Lord. He is their strength in the time of trouble. And the Lord shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them because they trust him. I thought we can trust in him now. We can sure trust in this man. I appreciate God. I thought, even though we fall sometimes, we won't utter it, he destroyed. I thought, maybe I heard Tim. I wished if you hadn't heard it, I think Matt and put it on YouTube. Go and listen to it. I thought, Brother Denny and Tim, they did so good. It's worth it. It's worth listening. Jerry followed it up after that, because about as long as they did together. I thought it was all good. It was all good, but I thought, I like what Brother Tim says, you know, he talks about, like, if you make a mistake, get up, be honest about it, dust yourself off, and keep going. Keep going. Don't just stop. I thought sometimes that's the problem. I thought we have people that come in and do good for a little bit, then they mess up and quit. I thought this thing, I'll just be honest, especially for somebody that's not been around it, holiness, it looks hard. It just looks hard to people. Holiness seems hard. I thought to somebody that's not been taught about it, not known about it, they think, man, it's just a bunch of rules. That's just a bunch of rules, and sometimes if the right one gets up behind one of these, you'll hear them talk and think, there's no way I can make it. I thought, well, we still gotta preach about that, no?
Yeah.
I thought, well, if you do it the right way, you know what needs to happen is they fall in love with the Lord. When they fall in love with Him, they fall in love with His ways.
Yeah.
And when you fall in love with His ways, nobody has to get the rule book out, as Kim Trump said, and try to make you live it. So are you doing this today? You doing that today? Check, check. Here it is. And I thought, but when you really fall in love with Him, you'll fall in love with His ways. I thought, and if something happens and you don't meet what He wants, it'll make you feel bad.
Yeah.
I won't have to come tell you. There'll be something inside that says, now wait a minute, that wasn't right. You need to do better next time. You need to do better next time. But I appreciate God, all the mercy He showed me over the years.
Yeah.
All the mercy He showed you. And again, I'm so glad that all of us is back out tonight. Pray for the ones that still ain't back out. We appreciate God. Brother Ronnie, say something. You be in the bottom. Anybody want to say anything?